Ever since I was 12 years old and joined my hometown's rowing team, exercise was a huge part of my life. But at the age of 23, I got in a really bad accident. At that time, I was finishing my sports science degree and I was also working part-time as a pizza delivery guy. So it's late at night and I'm finishing my shift, but as I'm driving in a really dark alley, I suddenly see this really bright headlights. I crash with a car and I'm starting to fly for what I was later informed was 25 meters, which is basically the length of a basketball court. So as I'm starting to fly, I feel this really weird sensation of weightlessness, but I'm not scared. I feel actually really good. I have this really weird feeling of euphoria, and time even feels to be going slower. What was not more than 3 to 4 seconds was actually felt at moments like maybe 10 or even 15 seconds. So after this really weird flight, I end up crashing on the pavement and I don't feel any pain at all due to the whole huge stress response of my body. But as I look down, I see my left leg and I realize that the lower part of it is twisted in such a way that my ankle is laying on my knee. So at this point I realize, okay, this is not a good sign. I'm starting to panic a little bit, and after a couple of minutes the pain also starts to kick in. The pain is really bad. It actually feels like really hot electricity running through my nerves, and the ambulance takes forever to come. But after all it arrives, it takes me to the nearest available hospital. And what follows after that is 5 years of 13 operations, which all basically failed to heal my leg. A couple of times the situation got better, my leg started healing, but it just ended up breaking again, which got me even more depressed and even more frustrated. I don't want to leave anymore walking on walking canes, depending on crutches and stuff like that. I want to have an active life again. So after 4 years of no progress at all, a lot of frustration, a lot of depression, and basically being sick and tired of being sick and tired all the time, I decide to take a big decision and I ask my doctors to amputate my leg. The doctors agree. They tell me that it's probably the best solution if I want an active life again, and we schedule the operation for 6 months later. Now at this point of time I'm in a really bad physical condition, even though before my accident I was in awesome shape. I was competing in top level rowing championships and canoe kayak championships. After 5 years of not actually doing anything, I was back to zero. I looked, like somebody that had never trained before in his life. I've lost all my muscle and I generally looked really unhealthy. I decided that if I want to be mentally prepared in the best way for this surgery, I should also get physically prepared. I should also get in good shape, because being in good shape for me is a condition associated also with mental strength. At the moment, going to the gym wasn't really a good solution for me because I was using crutches to walk around. I had a big leg cast and I generally didn't have the extra money to spend on it, so I didn't even have a car to drive all the way there, and I decided to get in shape by exercising at home. This whole thing started really simple. I just started doing some pull-ups on a door frame. I didn't even have a pull-up bar. I started doing some dips on the opening of the stairs of my house. I'm doing some push-ups and just basic stuff like that. But as time goes by, I add a lot of more stuff. I make it more organized. I read everything I can find on nutrition. I get really hooked on nutrition, and after 6 months of just training at home and eating right, I get some really good results. So the big day comes. I'm in a really good shape. I have accomplished my goal and the surgery is a success. My doctors tell me to take it easy for a couple of weeks before I start rehab, and not to do anything, just lay at home. But I'm a stubborn guy also, so I don't really listen at them. I'm starting to do some pull-ups after day 4 at home. I'm starting to exercise again. After 6 months, I finished with my rehabilitation. I'm now walking on my prosthetic leg. So what actually started as a personal way to work out at home has become something a lot more than that. I created an ebook. I gave it for free to people to get motivated and to get started with training at home. I started my YouTube channel, my website, and my passion now is to motivate other people to exercise. In a few words, Homemade Muscles is a way to get strong and lean without going to the gym, but it's also a lot more than that for me. Homemade Muscles is about no excuses. It's about getting strong no matter what your situation might be, and it's about motivation. So my question now to you is, did you work out today? And if not, what's your excuse?